Hello everybody. I was just shuffling the cards, and when I was shuffling, 4 cards fell on the floor. So we've got Hanged Man, the Tower, and the Queen of Spokes, and the Three of Spokes. Now Spokes is cups, okay? In this Stranger Things deck, dice is swords, strands is wands, and scoops is pentacles. So the Spokes card is about aligning with water, which is emotions, okay? So we had 2 major arcana and then 2 emotion cards. So there's something with regards to the freedom of your movement, like your emotions are stopping the freedom of your movement, okay? So basically the Hanged Man is saying basically you couldn't have predicted the outcome of a situation. You could never have predicted that you would have ended up in the upside down, okay? I was going to say the outback. Predicted that you would have never ended up in the upside down, kind of in the wilderness, suspended in the air, this type of thing. So yeah, you could never have predicted that you would have ended up in the upside down. So something's happened that was unpredictable, but now to calm down, all you have to do is go with the flow. There's nothing that you can do now. You're in this situation and it's unfolding and it's happening, and all you can do is go with the flow now. You have to basically plan your next move, and just take it as a chance to grow. Like, I feel like this was a lesson for somebody. Next card we had was the Tower. Now the Tower is Aries energy, okay? Now I feel like something was very steel-minded. Something was determined, almost like the Demogorgon on the picture, okay? Causing destruction. And you see all these people flying off in the air, look. There's like people flying off in the air. Like, this caused the destruction of a lifetime, okay? I mean, it's also saying after destruction will come creation. So like almost a destructive creation. Like you've got to, creative destruction, I don't know, something like that is what I'm being told about it. So after, this destruction's been caused, after is going to come the creation. Now I'm feeling like this is going to be the creation of yourself, but ultimately with the Queen of Cups in reverse, there was something so emotional that occurred here. Now the Queen of Cups to me is either a Libra or a Pisces. So I mean, the Queen of Cups in reverse, this could have been your energy when you got involved with this situation that you couldn't see the outcome of. It was, basically you felt embraced to have a good time, use your charm, wit, something like that, I don't know. But you had some kind of inspirational thought that, this, I'm going to say it, Aries, the Tower person, you had some type of thought that this person was going to kind of give you what you wanted, because I think at the time you was in the Queen of Cups reverse, and I think at the time your emotional needs weren't being met, okay? Your emotional needs weren't being met at the time when you went into this situation that you couldn't have the foresight to see. So basically with this proceeding into this situation, it's kind of like you never would have known who you were, okay? Like you can see, like she's flipping the van, yeah? You never would have known who you are if you hadn't have. So it's like a karmic lesson, okay? It's like a karmic lesson that's, this person, like we all know karmics, okay? They're coming to your life. So this karmic's coming to your life to basically project you into your higher self. Because after the destruction will come creation, so you will create yourself, you will pick up the pieces and move on, or, you know, continue in the cycle, whatever comforts you. But ultimately, you know that nothing good will come from this person, place, thing. So when you went through this, it kind of brought out the worst in you. When you went to this person, right, they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was capable of. They knew that they could cause a tower. That's why they're karmic, okay? But you didn't see this, and they literally brought out the worst in you. And yeah, your needs weren't being met. At that time, you could have been a bit in a codependent energy. You know, maybe you could have not been, you could have felt like you was giving more than you were receiving, so, but you wanted something more than what you was getting at the time, which is why your emotional needs weren't being met, okay? Yeah, but basically now you're just being called at the moment to take inspiration from the situation. Like I said in the beginning, with the situation, there's nothing that you can do now. You're going to have to go with the flow. So yeah, I guess it's just a lesson that's basically, it will create something in you after. You know what, it's quite funny as well, because this person was so steely or something, on determined on causing a tower, that I think they just got obsessed. They kind of must have just got obsessed with the fun side of it, but then maybe feelings got involved and it kind of weren't very fun anymore after that. Right, Hangman, Hierophant. So you could be a Pisces with a Taurus moon, okay, because Taurus came out. Or you could be a water sign with a Taurus moon. But yeah, there was some type of tradition that you wanted here with this relationship where you wasn't being fulfilled. You wanted to, you wanted more of a commitment, I guess, from this. Also, you wanted to share with this person, okay? You wanted a commitment, and maybe the tower has occurred because you, I don't know what to say. Yeah, you folded on your beliefs, maybe something like that, but this was you giving up or giving in. Yeah, Three of Swords, Libra card came out. Yeah, it basically just divided you from okay. It divided you anyway. It's put you in grief, right? And basically you're going to have to relearn the values of certain things, okay, to identify yourself and identify the grief and identify ultimately Aries crossing. Yeah, the Tower, Aries just flew out straight crossing Libra. Aries just flew out straight cross Libra. It does say moving abroad, traveling. So maybe this person could be trying to travel to a Libra, or they could just generally be traveling, but yeah, their self-confidence is waning now. I think they realised their choices had an outcome. Maybe crossing this here, their choices had an outcome. positives. Okay, positives. Passage through Ten of Cups. So this could ultimately lead you to your Ten of Cups, okay? Rely on friends at the minute, you know. Rely on somebody that you can trust in. Rely on somebody who is going to inspire you to take action. You know, because this is ultimately what you wanted in the beginning, right? This is what you wanted. You wanted a stable, happy family. You wanted something long term. You wanted a secure relationship. You wanted to be happy with somebody. And ultimately, you didn't feel fulfilled in your happiness because you felt like you was getting probably the bare minimum from this person. So you decided, well, yeah, you just felt like you was giving more than you was getting. I think what happened is somebody seen a weakness in it, but this Queen of Cups in reverse was unstable. It was an unstable situation anyway, because obviously, clearly, the person that was going towards was not stable because they was having problems in a relationship, and the person that was receiving the person was obviously maybe not stable either because they was taking advantage. Aries again. Well, this could be any fire sign, but Ace of Wands. Yeah, I'm going to put that on top of the Queen of Spokes because, yeah, there was something physical that started, a passion. There was some kind of urgency with this, and that's the truth. Got Aries, Aquarius, Gemini. But now there's been some type of breakthrough, some communication. Someone's realising the truth, basically. They're being forced to face the truth. They're being forced to focus on the clarity that they need to move forward. They're thinking clearly more now. Yeah, they're thinking more clearly over the burden. Like, is this going to just be insurmountable problems? Is this just going to be, so, because what's happened is, as well, because of you feeling lack of attention from a person, you've done something, gone to someone else, then when you've gone to this other person, now all you've found is that you're overloaded, burdened and weighed down, and now you could even have an obligation to this person. So all you've done is jumped from the frying pan into the fire, because now you're obligated and been taken for granted anyway. So it's going to be an uphill struggle anyway now. Yeah. There's one's just flying out. Yeah, this is going to be... maybe you should just take a holiday or something. Go somewhere. You need to take... or you've took some kind of sudden action. Or something's gaining momentum. Could be with Sagittarius. Yeah, it's definitely with a Sagittarius. But see, the Page of Wands. Yeah, this is someone that you can have fun. You play with this person, and they are creative. So maybe you could take inspiration from them. But just be careful that this doesn't lead you into stagnation because you're focusing on the negative, or this person is helping you. Look, it could be feeding you a pissy cup, okay? Could be feeding you a pissy cup. I mean, is it really what you want? Really? No, you're not. You want to shed the old. You want to let go of people, possessions, things like that, or issues that you're holding on to. You want to replace them. You want to move forward and heal. You would like some forgiveness from somewhere, rejoining the world. But you need to remember to stay in your own authentic energy, okay, when doing this, because ultimately, you know, the goal is to get to know yourself. And if you're being offered something or something that you might not want, you're not being able to clearly see. But yeah, just remember you are a bright energy, okay? And this card says good luck, Ladybird. So yeah, good luck. It says bless the world with colour and good luck. So you know you've got a vibrancy about you. You know you're fun, loving, you're colourful. You're fun, you're loving, and you're colourful. And you should feel good about things. Yeah, love. Look, it's telling you be gentle with yourself. Okay. You know, the ultimate goal is to know your self-worth, okay? So the acknowledging your self-worth with grace, you know, not boastfulness, not ego. Secretly, deeply down, inner knowing your self-worth and the grace that you possess. To see the light in all things as well is very important. Yes, you've got leadership skills and, you know, you're good at overcoming problems. So you'll naturally, easily probably navigate through this anyway, hopefully. But yeah, just remember that loyal friends are always with you. You know, the people who only wanted the best for you are always there with you, okay? So yeah, let yourself fly. Yeah. Okay, I hope that helps. Anybody who does like my readings, please like, share and subscribe. Please, don't know, turn on your notification bell. I don't know what you say. But yeah. Anyway, take care. Bye.